Welcome to Harv Collins Field, where tonight the Enid Plainsmen hope to end their regular season off with a win against the Norman North Timberwolves. And as the Plainsmen look to do their part tonight in securing a home playoff game, it's Thursday night football for the fourth time this year, after forecasts have forced the game to be moved from this Friday. And welcome back to EPS Television, folks. Here from Norman, Oklahoma, alongside Hayden Clark. Hayden, Enid has had a great season so far. Tell us a little bit about that.
Their season has gone great so far. It didn't start very lightly with the 28-26 loss to Muskogee, but they really bounced back from there, getting a win to Ponca City and coming out with a few other wins. This is Enid's first playoff berth in over 10 years, and Coach Wood's first playoff berth as a coach. After last week's win, the Plainsmen are now 5-4 and have locked up for the first at least 500% of the season. Coach Wood's tenure and first time since 2010. While Enid is a lock for the playoffs, a win over Norman North tonight and a Broken Arrow loss to Moore will give Enid a home playoff game next Friday.
Hayden, that would be great if the Plainsmen can do that. Obviously, you're going to need some help from Broken Arrow to lose that game against the Moore Lions, but that would be great.
It really would be. Tyke Andrews, Enid's new single-season receptions and receiving yardage record holder, is 2 touchdowns from the most in a single season touchdown-wise by an Enid wideout. He is a senior, obviously, has became the first receiver to ever go for 1,000 yards and ever to have 100 catches in a season. And another big player, Luke Rowell, double deuce, is one of the few running backs in Enid, the fourth to be exact, to go for over 1,500 yards in a season, cracking that against Southmore to have 1,507 on the season. In doing so, Rao moved into fourth in Enid history for single-season rushing yards. He is 11 yards away from third, held by Devin Pratt. He is 119 yards from second by Richard Esco, I believe, and set in 1964 with 1,622. There's more history at stake for Rao. After a 4-touchdown game against Southmore, he is, which gives him 15 on the year, tied for Austin Box and Pratt for the most in a season, and fourth with Esco with 16 in 1964. Third is Liddell Carr with 17 in 1983. The record is 18, set by Ryan Logan and Floyd Winfield Jr. Not all the records Enid is chasing are on offense. Senior linebacker Carlos Alvarado is already Enid's career tackle record holder by a linebacker, but with 2 tackles last week, Alvarado is 11 short of the all-time mark by any defensive player, set by Willie Harrell. He is currently second in all-time for tackles.
Hayden, those are some great numbers. That could be really coming up tonight. And another one that we didn't mention, Tyson Kennedy upcoming on the interception record, held by Austin Box. Enid legend, went to OU, and he played linebacker there, was quarterback and linebacker here at Enid. He's a couple off of that one for a freshman interception record. But this season has really just been great for Enid. About a couple years back, Enid went 0-10, and look where they're at now, a playoff berth for the first time since 2010.
Yeah, starting off the season, as I said, with the loss to Muskogee by 2 points. Muskogee, an undefeated team, so they held on with one of the best teams in the state.
Yes, and tonight, Muskogee is playing for the district championship in 6A2 against the Stillwater Pioneers.
And then we bounced back in the second game of the season, winning by 12 to Ponca City, 32-20. Then rallying off another win against Edmond North, 34-17. And then they kind of hit a brick wall with Jinx, losing 55-28, but bouncing back to Moore, 49-35.
That Moore game was really good by Luke Rao. 5 touchdowns, tied the touchdown record, and was just a little bit shy of the yards record in a game held by a Plainsman running back. But that was a great performance by Enid.
And then they went into Bixby and lost Bixby came to Enid and won 77-14.
And here's the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back.
Twilight's last gleams, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, everyone, hold up your keyboards for the singing of the North North Alma Mater.
And folks, we're back with the season recap. Hayden, take it away.
So after the loss to Bigsby, we bounced back in a good way with a very good defensive performance against Westmore at home, clinching our first playoff berth since in about 10 years. And then we traveled to Broken Arrow and ended up losing in a second half game, 45 to 24. You know, we scored 24 in the first half, came out with a 3-point lead, and just couldn't score in the second half, couldn't put up points. And then we bounced back against Southmore just last week, 45-14, in a dominating game by Luke Rao, who rushed for a couple touchdowns and rushed for well over 100 yards in that game. So that brings us to tonight's battle.
Final game of the regular season. It should be a good one.
A very good matchup at our hands. Looks like both offenses are going to really have a great game tonight, especially this Enid offense with Double Deuce and Tyke Andrews there to lead the way.
And you might see some similar stuff tonight. I mean, Enid all year running that counter and power run scheme and looking at Tyke and out there in the secondary in the open field. I mean, they've been running that all year. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kept doing that. I mean, that's what they've been doing. It's seemed to work. I mean, we're sitting at 5-4 right now. Hopefully we go to 6-4 off a win tonight, but I'd expect that to happen, Hayden.
I do too. I really expect this offense to come out with as much speed as they can, really give Luke a lot of carries, especially around the perimeter. He's very good running around the perimeter and down the middle. I expect Tyke to get the ball a lot. They're going to look for him. He's an amazing, explosive, deep threat, so they're going to throw the ball up to him a lot tonight.
But something really important tonight is going to be time management with the football. If they can keep it away from this Norman North offense, Hayden, I really believe we have a really good shot at winning this game. Keep it away from this explosive offense. They have an Oklahoma commit out at running back, and Cam Six-Killer, the quarterback number 6.
Very
He's
talented quarterback.
He's pretty similar to Jamarian Ficklin, the Muskogee quarterback we saw in week 0. He was a dual threat, but he's kind of young. Six-Killer sitting at his senior season here on senior night for the Norman North Timberwolves. He's a little bit smarter. He has some more years under his belt, so it's going to be a little more tough. They definitely like to go deep out there on offense, and they like to run some spread option as well.
This Enid defense is really going to have to zero in on the run. Obviously, they have an Oklahoma commit at running back, so you're going to really want to stop the run. They also need to put a lot of pressure on this quarterback tonight. There needs to be pressures, a few sacks. They need to come up in big key moments and take this quarterback down or make him scramble out and make mistakes. This quarterback's had a solid year, not very many mistakes. If we can come out and make him make those mistakes and those young guy type errors, we're going to have a very good chance tonight.
This Enid defense, they've really stepped it up this year. Numbers have been looking better, and tonight is a big test for both sides as the coin toss is coming up here. But Hayden, it's gonna be a great game. I mean, this North defense, we're gonna go to the defensive side. They like to drop about 8 players whenever they pass the ball, and then when they don't pass the ball, they'll just run quarters. But it's a really interesting defensive scheme. So this Enid offense is gonna have to execute on all cylinders tonight.
Really going to have to put up points on the board. They can't afford to take field goals. They're going to have to score touchdowns tonight, for sure. Obviously, they have 2 of the best players in the state at their positions in Tyke Andrews and Luke Rao. They're both arguably the best at their position in the state. They're going to be looking to have a great game tonight as the coin toss comes out. Double Deuce is there as a captain. Waiting the call. And if you see behind us, not I don't think you can see it on stream, but behind us is Oklahoma Stadium, so we're kind of on college campus. That's
Yeah, we're definitely near the college campus. This high school football stadium is shared along these two teams here in Norman Public Schools, the Norman High Tigers and the Norman North Timberwolves. It's a pretty neat stadium.
Norman's a very nice place, I'd say.
Yeah,
one of the
nice,
nicer places.
It's a
in
nice
Oklahoma.
college town. And we're up here on the, I wouldn't say the roof, but on the balcony here on the 3rd floor. So we got a pretty good view up here, pretty high. And Enid Plainsmen running out of the tunnel tonight, getting ready to start this matchup. Should be a shootout, folks. Brady Connor leading them out of that tunnel. Hayden, what do you think about tonight?
Well, this tonight's just a must-win game. Obviously, we have to have a little bit of help to get that home playoff game. Moore is going to have to win to Broken Arrow tonight. We're going to keep that score updated for you as much as possible. Possibly every time that there's a score change, we will update you on that. That's going to be a very important key part, but the biggest key part is they just simply have to come out and get a win tonight. As the stadium turns green, the Timberwolves will come out of their tunnel.
Enid on the road, 1-2 on the season. Norman North on a 5-game winning streak. And at home, they play 3-2. Their 2 losses this year, as they're sitting at 7-2, are from home. So Enid definitely has a shot. They're known to be road warriors. I mean, in the past seasons, most of their wins have been coming off of the road. As you can hear the band from afar, shout out to them. Making some noise here on the last game of the regular season on the road. Here at Norman High, at Norman Public Schools Football Stadium. Enid Plainsmen get ready to take on the Norman North Timberwolves. And on Thursday Night Lights, kickoff's going to happen here soon, ladies and gentlemen. And we've seen this trend a lot with some recent teams that like to do some cool light strokes. This is the first one we've seen with colors, Hayden. They did the national anthem, red, white, and blue, and now green here on kickoff.
The Broken Arrow one was one that was really cool that we got to see.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I've seen that in the college football stadiums. There, OU, they started doing that this year. They like to start flashing the lights along the stadium after they score a touchdown. So maybe we could expect that tonight. I mean, you really don't know, but we're just going to have to see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to have to. As kickoff is about, we're getting ready.
Timberwolves running out of their tunnel. Looking to go 4-2 on the season, but Enid
is going to kick off.
Say no. They're going to try to take that one away from them.
They're going to try to get the dub tonight.
Yes, they will, and it's going to be a great one, folks. Stay tuned in all night long. If you couldn't make it, I mean, obviously they rescheduled from Friday night. Bad weather conditions from the forecast. A lot of schools in the 405 area decided to put this game to a Thursday night, so there's a lot of games. And another big game tonight, Bixby and Jinx in 6A1. That's going to be streamed on ESPN2. The first ESPN game actually streamed in the state of Oklahoma for high school football this year.
So this Plainsman defense is going to get to show what they're going to do tonight first. Obviously, they're going to be looking to get a stop. Another key addition that's not going to be playing today is one of the Russell brothers. He's not going to be playing tonight. So on the line, that's a significant loss.
Oh yeah, for sure, Hayden. But now we're all set up and ready from the 40-yard line to send this game off tonight. Senior kicker Daniel Real has had a perfect season almost on his extra points. Here to send this one away. He likes to lob it from side to side. So we'll see. We've seen some onside kicks too. We'll see what he does right here to open this game off.
It would be kind of surprising to see them come out aggressive this early in the last game of the year.
We will see what happens as Daniel Real approaches the ball and sends it. It's a lob towards the left side. Fair catch at the 28-yard line. Norman North to start on offense for the first time for their first drive, and they really They got a couple players on that offensive side of the ball, Hayden.
They do. So this Plainsmen defense that's allowing over 30 points per game on the season. Looking to step it up big time tonight. Get the stops that they need to. Hold this team to under 30 points would be ideal tonight.
It's definitely going to be an offensive battle as Six Killer comes on with his offense. Senior quarterback alongside his Oklahoma running back commit, number 29. They're going to start 1st and 10 at the 34. Excuse me, that's a correction from the 28-yard line. Hand off to McCown on the first play of the game, and he's dragged back deep by 3 yards. It's going to bring it to 2nd down and 13. A sea of Plainsmen defenders got to him quick, Hayden.
Very good play by the Plainsmen defense to get pressure or get through the offensive line to get the stop a few yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's the type of plays that they're going to need to make to win this game.
11:30 on the clock here in the first quarter. 0-0 is the score after the first play of scrimmage. Here's the second. They try to hand it off again. McCown, 1 yard on the play. Hit quick again.
He got a yard back, but he's still at negative 2 yards on 2 carries. Very good start on the line to hold this running back. Let's see what they do on 3rd down if they can get off the field on a 3 and out. But twin set, so it looks like they may pass.
They put the running back from one side to the other. Enid sending pressure. Complete at the 40, breaks a tackle. Goes right side, just short of the 1st down marker by about a yard. What do they say, though? They might move the chains.
That's a player that doesn't usually miss a tackle. Tyson Kennedy was there to get the tackle, but he missed it. So he got a few extra yards after the catch.
So it's probably going to bring this up to a 4th down and short. There's a quick break on the field with the player down. But Hayden, 4th down short, do you think they're going to be aggressive and go for it?
At this point on the field, yeah, probably. I'd imagine that they do around midfield.
They'd be at their own 44-yard line.
No reason to not go for it, especially in a
4 down
like
territory.
this, yeah. It's a 4th and short, but this line has held on the first 2 runs of the game to negative yardage, so.
First pass of the game went for 11 yards for a completion. They say it's 4th down. They just switched it. So we'll be a 4th down and short on the field. Enid's going to come out. Norman North's going to come on.
Offense is still in the huddle, so I believe they will go for it.
10:43 on the clock here in the first quarter. Game just started. Enid looking to get a quick stop here.
Players
Get
able
the T-Wolves off of the field and get the ball for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Timberwolves players able to get off the field on his own power, so we'll resume play. And they're going to measure it.
And he is just short. It's very short, so you might see them go up the middle right here.
You can hear the Plainsmen players getting hyped up and screaming.
Especially number 56, Omar Panate, big 3rd down from the 44.
Being on the roof.
Straight up the middle. They're saying he has a 1st down, and he will have a 1st down. T-Wolves move the chains for the first time tonight. They get to the 45.
They're going to move the chains.
T-Wolves first down on the night right there. Enid had a close one, couldn't quite get it, but hopefully they get it next time. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Six Killer in the spread shotgun. They like to go deep a lot on offense. We've only seen a short pass so far. They do another short pass, and it's taken in. Alvarado takes him down, flag down after the tackle. If that tackle would stand, he'd be 10 tackles away from the record.
That'd be a pretty impressive record to break. Flag got picked up, so it'll stand. He'll be 10 tackles away now.
On 2nd down, they're going to hand it off to McCown, and he's hit again. Dragged down for the 3rd time tonight. Goes back 2 yards, excuse me. He's going to go back 4 yards, folks. He's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Man, these linebackers are making their presence known early. Combs and Alvarado there to just drag him down for negative yardage. That was an amazing play to bring up a 3rd and long.